Welcome to Shore Perspectives, a community feature of WESR Radio, highlighting the spirit of the shore from those who call it home.
Hi, my name is Bill Lytle. I'm from Chincoteague Island. I live here with my wife, Fran, and she and I are the co-founders of Matic Cafe CI, which is a community feeding program that we started 3 years ago in the first Monday of January 17. In all of what we've tried to do, it's always been about feeding people. It's giving them food, it's been giving them fellowship, and it's been giving them love. We want people not only who are food insecure, but also in search of something in their community with friends and with family, and give them a sense of community. So we provide a free hot lunch every single Monday of the year. Doesn't matter what day it falls on. If it's a Monday, from 11 to 1, we're open and we're serving free food. It's a hot meal. It includes a freshly prepared entree, which we prepare in the kitchen from family recipes. These recipes are Fran's and mine from our family, but they're not for 4 people, they're for 400 people. So we had to gear it up a little bit. And we also have fresh salads every single week. If we can provide fresh fruits, we will give them that. We have a dessert table. And most importantly, we have what's called a take table. And on that take table, there is food that they can take with them home that would help supplement their nutrition during the week. Not all of their meals, but enough to keep them going if they're in fact food insecure. We feed about 400 people a week now. In addition, 70 people who are homebound also get food delivered to them from St. Andrews. Volunteers from St. Andrews Catholic Church on the island comes in and packs their lunches, puts together their drive plan. They've separated the island into zones, and they go out and they deliver food. They also spend time with people because they're probably lonely and they want to talk, so they check on their well-being as well. Do they have heat? Do they have electricity? Do you have cable? Are you okay? Do you need anything else? And then they come back, and if they need something, we find the resource for them. But most importantly, we have a free hot lunch here on the island for anybody. It's totally inclusive, and anybody who wants a free hot lunch, great company and togetherness, this is where you come. It's absolutely amazing. If you have never seen this, I invite you to come down and see this. You gotta come in here. It's amazing. This place is jumping on a Monday. It starts up at 8:30 when we fire up the stoves and the ovens and we start chopping and we start cooking, and then at 2 o'clock, it looks like nobody's ever been here before. We have a group of about 25 or 30 extremely dedicated and wonderful people who volunteer every single week. And they're extraordinary people. They could do other things, but they're here every single week. And not only do they come in, they enjoy it. We all have nicknames, we have groups, we have inside jokes that we've developed. When people have birthdays, we celebrate their birthdays. It's a wonderful place for people to meet and also for people to volunteer. Well, Fran and I have always been involved since we've been together. We've been married almost 35 years. We've always been involved in a feeding ministry at some point wherever we lived. We lived in New Jersey. We were involved with feeding ministries at the churches that we were associated with there. So when we came down here, we started a program around the holidays called Harvest Basket, where we would deliver food to families before the holidays, donated food. And we would visit them, and when we did, we wouldn't visit. We had people who also delivered, but they would want people to sit and talk with them. And we realized we need to actually connect with everybody more than once a year. So we came up with a concept. We weren't sure how we were going to do it because we didn't have any money. Brand new idea. We didn't know how many people we were going to be serving every week. We knew nothing. We knew how to do this. We'd been involved in food feeding programs other places. So we knew the logistics of serving the food. We weren't sure whether we were going to get volunteers. We weren't sure who was going to come. We weren't sure about any of that and where was the money going to come from, since it's totally and completely, we live on our donations, both food, but most importantly, money. So our very first Monday in January of 2017, we served 16 people. We had plenty of food. We had more volunteers than we did people, actually, and we were surprised because we figured, well, if we could get 6 or 7 volunteers, that would be great. We wound up with 25, and they keep coming back, and they're just incredible blessing. So now last Monday we fed 412 people, including the people that we deliver to. And every week it's about now between 375 and about 425 people. In the summer it gets up to about 500 people or 550 because there are some seasonal people who come in for the fellowship, and they come in to enjoy the camaraderie that they see when they come in here. Because we operate totally on donations, we have sponsors. For instance, Eastern Shore Rural Health sponsors one lunch every single month. And what that allows them to do is to send in representatives who can connect with the people that are here and share what resources that they offer to our citizens and in the community. We also have Kiwanis, which is a terrific partner, and they also come in and it gives them an opportunity to connect with people in town who may or may not know what they do or how they do it. So it gives them the opportunity not only to serve, but also to serve the people that are part of their community. So when we have those kinds of groups in here, all of a sudden they are more aware of and connecting with people that they really want to connect with. People who come in here, some can afford to pay, and we have a donation box, and they kick into that. The people who can't are here for the free food. So it's a balance. It's kind of the concept of, pay what you can or pay it forward. So with that concept, all of a sudden now we get a very significant Latina population for the seasonal workers. We get a diverse population from the area. We don't serve just for people on the island, primarily for the island, but there are also people who come from off the island. So it's an all-inclusive, anybody and everybody's invited every single week. Having young people involved in this program is extremely important. Fran and I, we've always been involved with youth programs, and we believe that when you're young, if you serve, you'll have a servant's heart for the rest of your life. You will always serve. So we'd like to instill that volunteer, that service aspect into the young people that come in and volunteer. We have beta students from the local schools on Chincoteague Island who come in and perform their service work and service hours. We also have transition students this year who come from all of the schools in Accomack County, and they come in on every Monday. There's a group that comes in and they learn about how to operate in a social situation. They're given tasks and jobs, and they actually perform those, and they totally and completely love it. What's nice about having youth in the hall, because we have an elderly population too, it's a nice blend of youth and seniors. And the seniors absolutely love it. And they're there to work and volunteer, but if somebody wants to chat, we encourage them to sit down and chat with them, to actually enjoy it. I'm sure everybody knows we're a fast food nation. As fast as we can eat, the better. But what is missing is something that we've all been brought up with, some of us that are a little bit more senior than others, is eating around a table. And when you eat with a group of people, when you have a meal and you socialize and you chat, you start to form friendships and bonds. You look beyond what their political beliefs or religious beliefs are. You just have a meal together. It's a natural thing. It's natural for people to eat a meal together. And when you do, you enjoy other people, but I think you're more tolerant. I think you're more loving. You're more kind. Our vision is hopefully that people who see us do this, who experience it, particularly from out of town, that they'll go back to their towns and their communities and want to do the same thing. We offer our services to anybody who wants to start a program. We would be glad to mentor them. We would love to see Manna Cafe grow all the way across the country in towns everywhere. And we believe that if it does, all of a sudden, there's going to be a lot of community programs or a lot of community problems that are taken care of and solved. People will start to get to know one another. They'll like one another. They'll care for one another. That spirit, that love would be great if it grew across the country.
For more information, visit Manna Cafe CI on Facebook. For WESR Radio, I'm Kelley Gaskell.